Okay, I'm going to see if I can review this sleeping bag. There are a few things I really like about it. It seems to be very honest about the measurements. I double checked it, seems to be spot on, which is important because my very tall husband needs a very long sleeping bag. So it is more like the square sleeping bags, but it has the cool hood that you can then tighten. Here we go. You can tighten it up all the way. It only tightens on the one side, but that's fine. It slides through just fine. Tightens up into a nice little opening. There's a Velcro patch at the top so that you can make sure your zipper stays closed. And then behind the zipper, notoriously difficult to do one-handed, but the zippers are the zippers work really good. They slide really nice. They're not catching. And behind the zipper, let's see if you can see this, there is this nice extra layer to make sure there's no draft. Now, this part is all designed so well. There's an additional feature at the bottom of the sleeping bag that I was not expecting. So, you've got the very bottom of the sleeping bag, just partway up here. The side zipper stops on its way down, and you can access the zippers either way. They go up or down. Let's see if I can do this better this way. And then you have a second zipper. This one is the one that goes down all the way down to the corner and to the bottom. So you can open the bottom of the sleeping bag with this second zipper, I guess, which is good, I think. I'm not sure why you'd have to have two separate zippers. Maybe one long continuous zipper was too expensive. So if you have two, it's less expensive, and it just seems like an added feature. But regardless, it still seems to have good layers. It shouldn't have any drafts on this, but the only problem is when you get to the very end, this zipper starts a couple of inches away from the end. There's a full hole here. No matter how tightly you close this zipper, I'll show you what it looks like opened though. So it does have this extra layer of protection, but if you don't get it exactly right, I could see a draft coming through there. So I'm a little concerned about the zipper being 2 inches away from the end. And then there's a little loop here. I don't know what the purpose of the loop is. I don't know. Whatever that's for. So, considering it's supposed to be good down to 26 degrees, I don't understand why that much of an oversight would happen when it comes to the bottom zipper. So that, I'm fixating on that a little bit. It is really soft, it is really poofy, and this packs down into just about nothing. That's one of the perks of down, is it does pack down really small. Of course, I've had to take it out and fluff it up a bit to let it get poofy. Don't get discouraged if when you first take it out of the bag, it seems really flat. That's what happens. And it is puffing up really nice. Like there's a fair amount of fill in here, but it's still light overall. So this would go really great in a backpacker's kit. As long as this doesn't actually allow drafts, we'll see. We're going to test it out and update.
Wanted to do a quick review of this down sleeping bag, and I wanted to start with this one in its compressed or back, compressed sack state to give an idea of what this looks like and how small it is. With around my hand, it is very compact. I'm real impressed with this. Does come with this label on the side to give you an idea. This one is has only weighs 1.81 pounds and has a temperature rating of 26 degrees Fahrenheit, so -3 Celsius. And I'm going to go ahead and take this out, give you an idea of what it looks like wrapped, in its normal state. So here's what it looks like fully laid out. As you can see, it is it is not a traditional true mummy, and I personally really appreciate the box squared off end for me to be able to use. Plus, what's really nice about this is you can easily zip open the toe box, and that'll make this a lot easier and comfortable. It has all the features you'd expect with this kind of a down sleeping bag, including a full cinch around the head to make it a mummy sack. At this point, I have not actually slept in this just yet. It's going to be used on a backpacking trip here in a few weeks. I had this for a little while and wanted to make sure we got this review posted, because this is I'm just super excited about this. We have one other sleeping bag by this brand, down sleeping bag, a little different than this one, which we have used and we love, and cannot recommend this highly enough. The fabric and everything is as I would expect from some of the name brands that I've had use of in the past, such as North Face and Marmot. Everything about it seems top shelf, and very pleased. Highly recommend it.